not going to win.
All right.
Right, so
Coach
what's this?
Gio, some thoughts on tonight's game?
Well, I thought our guys really responded late in the second half to a very tough Carver school. They put up 84 points on the road against Life on Monday, put up 72 at Xavier, which is unheard of. So we knew they were very capable of putting up points, and tonight was a great illustration of that. And it was an early test for us in our transition defense. We had some holes in the first half. I thought we tightened it up a lot in the second half and made it more of a half-court game. And I thought that was the difference.
Correct.
This was your season opener. Do you think is this what you were expecting from your team, or how did they match up? I know you guys have beaten Carver like 5 times. Is this what you're expecting? Were you expecting a blowout, or how did you guys?
No, I didn't expect a blowout because they lost by 2 to Life, who was an NCAA tournament, national tournament team. And like I said, it was a 6-point game at half at Xavier last night, and they put up 72. So we knew this team was going to be very offensive, a big offensive threat.
Was this team different than the team that you faced before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, you look at the box scores in the games past, some of them were pretty big margins, others were not so big. But these are very dangerous teams that just play and don't have a real conscience. They just play, and they play hard. They keep you on your heels. Defensively, they switch everything, and they're athletic enough to make it difficult for our matchups. But the second half, once again, the switches, we were able to make some adjustments and get the ball inside. I thought Cameron really responded. I thought McCall responded. And we got to the line a lot. And that's one of the things you have to do against a very physical team. You've got to get to the paint and draw the fouls.
Okay. There was a good amount of turnovers this game. Do you think that that was because of the team chemistry, or if that was because of Carver's pressure, or what's your take on that? How are you guys going to change that for Sunday's game?
Well, we got to keep practicing and put an emphasis on value in the ball. It's every time you lose an opportunity to score, it hurts your chances to win. And if this is correct, 16, then our goal is 12 or less. So that's not acceptable.
I have more than that, but that could be it could be messed up.
That's the first half. It's not right.
Well, regardless, you're right. I mean, it's something that players know that we really want to make a focal point this year. It's one of our team goals, assist turnover ratio. But this is the type of team that'll cause a frenzy. You know, they're frenetic pace on offense and sucks you in and go on that frenetic pace on offense to you.
Right.
And it's good when it goes. It's not when you're rushing and throwing the ball out of bounds or offensive fouls, etc.
Okay. So, Corey, as a senior, how did you think that you guys matched up against Carver and played in your first game?
Well, I thought we matched up pretty well. Both teams had similar styles of play. Carver was a team that liked to push the ball a lot. We matched up well. We got it handed to us at Southern Miss, so I thought we responded to it pretty well, coming back and be able to play against Carver here. We have a lot of things we still need to do to work on, but as a first game, I thought we did a lot of things well, and there's also a lot of teaching points that we can emphasize, and we're going to emphasize during film and practice. So.
What was the mentality at halftime going into the half, it much being like a lot closer than normally it had been in the past? What did you tell the team to pump them up, or how did you change it in the second half? What did you do? Other than switching, I know you said you switched some players, or what else?
We were not satisfied. We were very upset with them, to be pretty blunt. We were upset with the team because they were not responding to the challenge. And so we told them, if you don't respond, you're gonna be in for a long second half. And so transition defense was not there. Guys they thought they were running hard. That's why we had a lot of subbing in the first half, trying to get guys who want to run, give guys opportunities who could show that I can get back and help the team. The second half, we responded much better.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Coach, what were some of the adjustments that you made in the second half?
that allowed the team to play and improve?
Defensively,
Yeah.
you know, stopping the ball. When we made it a half-court game, it sort of changes their style of play. And then we started saying, okay, we need 3 other guys to help on penetration. And it took about 4 or 5 minutes into the second half to get that adjustment. And I think we made a nice little spread. I think we made maybe 7. We got it to a 7-point lead. But, you know, basketball is a game of ebbs and flows, and you just can't relax. I thought a turning point was McCall had a great dunk, and I think our team thought like the game was over, and they go, you know, 94 feet and get a 3-point play. And that's a great lesson for our team. I mean, when you make a great play, you got to come back defensively and get a stop. So the next play is even better. So that's when that was a turning point for them. It gave them a lot of confidence. So we sort of hurt ourselves there.
Coach, y'all started trading buckets late in the game, and y'all made some defensive stops that allowed y'all to propel to the win. What do you think of the defensive effort down the stretch?
Well, I thought it was really big. We started getting rebounds. McCall, Cameron, and Rob, and everybody. Corey, I thought Corey made a great play, and I thought he had all the ball, but the referee saw it differently. And but we can handle it. You know, guys going after the ball and trying to get some stops. You know, we'll live with it, and they all understand how important rebounding is. And I'd like to, you know, we're going to look at tape tomorrow morning, early in the morning, and as a team, and we'll see just exactly those last 7 or 8 minutes, how many stops we got. You know, one shot stops, not 2. That's real big emphasis.
Late down the stretch, Rob made some key buckets. So what was the game plan offensively? Was it give it to the guy with the hot hand, or was that just part of your offense?
Well, some of it I think was sort of, he just was able to get to the rim. You know, there was really pressuring Corey and put pressure on Chris. So it opened up the middle. We went to sort of a spread offense. It sort of creates that opportunity. And you know, Rob's pretty hard to stop when he gets that motor running. Tough white Italian. It's pretty hard, you know. He's got a nice touch around the basket, and I think, you know, both these guys can get to the line, and that was big.
Rob, talk about your performance down the stretch, and just some of those key buckets.
Really, it was executing the play. Everyone on the floor was able to execute the plays and just open up lanes. There's some games where the lanes aren't there. Tonight, fortunately enough, they were there, and I was able to finish most of the time. But yeah, I mean, again, they were keen on Corey's shot, so that when you have a team keen on someone pretty far out, won't let them get any open looks, it opens up a lot of lanes for me.
Okay. Corey, how big was Rob's play down that stretch?
Just leave that light in the middle.
It works.
Well, like Coach said, Rob's very, very good at getting to the basket. Very, very good at using his body, drawing fouls and stuff in the paint. And when it comes down to key plays down the stretch and stuff, it's crucial getting to the free throw line. And Rob did a great job drawing defenders in, creating fouls, and dispersing the ball amongst other people. So he did well, and also I think a lot of other people, helped him, along with that. Some of the bigs setting good on ball screens. There's a lot of things that go that aren't necessarily seen when someone does make a good basket like that. But Rob definitely had a great game, and we're excited to see how the rest of the season goes.
Last question.
Let me tail on that, because both these guys depend on screens,
Okay.
off the ball screens, and for these guys to get open, the calls that we have are paramount for the bigs to really lock down their players so they can get open. A couple times you saw Corey had some wide open threes. It was just some great screen by Steve, I think one time, Cameron maybe another time, and that's part of the game plan, the chemistry. It's got to happen.
Last question, Coach. What are some positives that you can take away from this game?
Well, we
you know?
battled. You know, I mean, this was a hard game. I mean, this is a very good team, and you know, let me tell you, it says Carver Bible College, and people may laugh at that. This team is a very competitive collegiate team, and you know, they're going to win a lot of games. They're going to win a lot of games. So, you know, this team responded, and a week ago we didn't respond to the pressure, and that's why you play those games, so that you get that experience and understand the importance of it. You know, that team was relentless, and if we can hold on and the last 3 minutes of the game execute defensively like we did, and one and done, we call it one and done. And we give up one shot, and then make them make plays against us and execute to where we can get the ball inside and get on the line. You know, you have to win the game on the line when it's tight.
All right. Thanks, and congratulations.
Coach, how do you feel about this year's team overall?
I like my team. I like our attitude. I like our chemistry. The upperclassmen have done a great job with the young guys. We have a term we call the Loyola way, and from academics to handle yourself and out in the community, to handle yourself on this campus and how hard you got to play. Everyone gives a great effort, and from the first day we got in conditioning till today, this team has worked hard. Does that mean every day was perfect? No. We've had some challenging practices, but that goes with the territory. But I like our guys. I think they're a group that's coachable. You know, we don't have. If I had to redefine it, the athlete, they fit that. You know, they may not jump the highest, they may not run the fastest, but they show respect. They're responsible. They have integrity. They look out for each other, and they do a great job in the community.
Coach, what improvements have been made in this team versus last year?
Well, you know, when you lose an All-American, that's a big miss. Okay. We've got other guys that we signed. I think we're going to be more inside-oriented this year. I think the junior college player is going to slowly get better. Steve Davis, if you saw a little action of him. You know, our presence in the past inside has been, you know, mainly defensively, but it's been a huge presence defensively. I think you're going to see more offensive presence this year with our team from our 4s and 5s that maybe hadn't been seen. We still have guys that can get the ball in the hole on the perimeter. So I think that's going to be a difference.
And is there anyone we need to look out for?
Well, you know, I don't know if we have any real studs per se. I think we're just a team. You know, I think these guys would say the same thing. I think that, you know, one night Chris may get 23 and Corey may only get 12. I think one night Rob may get 13, Corey's may get 20. You know, McCall may get 17, and, you know, Rob may get 26. I think this team is capable of having different people really score different nights. The way we play, our style, the offense we use, and the way if we execute to our potential, I think it's going to see a well-balanced scoring attack.
And what do you think the purpose of, can you explain what the purpose of the exhibition game with Tulane is?
I'm sorry?
Can you explain what the purpose of the exhibition game with Tulane?
Well, it serves a lot of value. It's a great game for our community. It's a great game for the city. It's two great universities. They get an opportunity to play each other. We don't play. We're going to play women's game this year. We don't have a football team, so obviously we can't play in that. It's been a while since we played in baseball, so I think two high academic schools to be able to compete and provide that entertainment for their alumni, their students. I think that's one of the main reasons to do it. Two, it gives our guys an opportunity to go against one of the better teams in, you know, around. And I think it's just great exposure for our university. I think it creates a great atmosphere for Tulane's campus that afternoon. I don't know if you've been to the games lately, but it's fun. It's a fun atmosphere, and we're going to do the Samaritan's Feast again this year, correct? where both coaches will coach barefoot again for this project. They give away hundreds of thousands of shoes all over the world. And one of their trademarks is the coaches coach barefoot during that game. So we did it last year. I think we got a picture up on the wall over there. The old coach.
Oh, there he is.
But that's a great project, and we're proud to be part of it.
Corey, how does it make you feel when the student body comes out and they're behind you 100%?
Well, it's always nice to have your student body here. It's nice to see your fellow classmates, peers, friends, even teachers. It's always encouraging when you have that student body to watch your game, support your school. It's a great feeling, and I don't think there's any person that would say they don't like having their student body come out and support us. So more the merrier.
And Rob, does the crowd play into your success?
I'd say you feed off a lot of energy. You get a lot of energy from the crowd. So in that, yeah, kind of. But then again, when you're on the court, it's all of it's mental. You're in your own mental state of mind, and you're just doing whatever you can to get a victory.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, thank you.
Thanks.
How awesome.